First one will be Corey, second row on your right.
Jared, with how well you did at the combine, what are you planning to do for pro day?
Not much. I'm really just planning to meet with teams, talk to my agent. We came to a conclusion that it was best just to kind of put everything away. You know, I did everything at the combine. I showcased what I'm capable of doing. Feel like I could have, showcased a little more, but at the end of the day, I feel content with what I did.
On that subject, how pleased were you with your performance at the combine, but all of your teammates' performance at the combine as well? What do you think that proved about what you guys were at 2023?
Speaking about my teammates first, I wasn't surprised by any of that. There were a lot of people were surprised by Braden Fisk. A lot of people were surprised by Jerry Jones. I wasn't surprised by any of that. That's who they are. That's who they are. Trey, he did good. He knows everybody knows he could have done a little more, but like speed wise, because Trey's faster than what he showcased. But that's still 4.3 is a 4.3. I'm saying he proved he's faster than me, so that's something that kind of pissed me off. But nah, I mean, I was pleased with everybody. Everybody did good. The drills, you saw what we're capable of. I think the whole college football, the whole NFL saw that Florida State produced athletes. And speaking about myself, I could have broken every record. I'll still expect more of myself. So I was pleased with what I did. I always expect oh yeah, I could have done this a little bit better. I always critique myself, but I think I did pretty well.
All right, next we'll go to Brendan, front row on your left.
Kind of following up on that, Jared. We got to see you guys hanging around practice yesterday, and everyone's still around the program. And how special was this last year's group? And I guess did you appreciate that in the moment of what you guys were as a tight knit group?
I think I definitely appreciated it more so from my time at other schools or my time in high school and being around other teams. Moving around a lot as a kid, you kind of realize not a lot of teams are close knit like that. I hang out with those guys. I still hang out with them. Me and Keon trained at the same facility. We go out and play top golf together. First of all, the dude's really good at golf, but we go out and just hang out and stuff like that. That's just who we are as a team. Jay Jones was in Dallas with us. We go hang out with him. It was just wherever we are, those are still my brothers, and that's not something you get with a lot of other teams. A lot of other teams, once you disband, you don't see each other anymore. It's over with. That's not how we are here. I'm calling these guys every day. Hey, bro, what's up with you? Hey, how that one situation went? Oh, what's happening here? Just catching up with them. It's generally like a family. So when you see them all out there on the field together, we all smile and laugh. It's just a great feeling. It feels like we're almost back out there again together.
All right, next will be Jordan, third row on your left.
Jerry, kind of following up on that, can you talk about these last 3 months, your training and where you're trying to work on as you head into the draft?
Yeah, through this past year, my first year here, I feel like my biggest issue was, playing the run. This past season, I think I made the biggest leap I could have made in playing the run. I feel like I became a great run defender, better than I've ever been in the past. This past season was more just redefining things, adding new moves to my arsenal, making my first step a little bit quicker, just critiquing everything, kind of making it fine-tuning things. Trying to become a little bit faster here, a little bit stronger here, and everything like that. It was no one thing where I'm oh yeah, this is better. I'm out this world. My hip fluidity is something I've been working on too, but those are my main things.
All right, we'll go to Chris, front row on your left.
As a guy that's projected to probably go pretty early, how does the top 30 process work for you from your end, and have you taken any of those yet, and how many do you expect to take overall?
I haven't taken any yet. I expect to take a good amount. I want teams to get the full understanding of who I am as a person. I don't want any questions left up in the air of who he is as a person, how does he handle certain situations. I want people to know who I am as a person. Like I said, it's something I've always dreamed for. I've always wished to be in the conversation of a player potentially going high in the draft in any round, but being able to know I'm putting myself in this position is very good. So I'm just going out there meeting with a couple teams. I have no set number on how many I plan to meet with. I'm always want to make time for my workouts, my physical aspect, but I'm definitely going to take a good amount of visits.
All right, next will be Ira, second row on your right.
Hey man, I think I heard that you were the guy that bought a lot of those the Jordan Travis t-shirts and stuff like that the team wore late in the season. And then just how much he means to you, that relationship, and what it's like to now see him walking without a boot.
I mean, I think Trey said it best. It almost brings a tear to your eye when you see it. How hard J-Trav works. You know how much he puts in for this. He put his heart and soul into this program. Without J-Trav, this whole thing would have been a whole different situation. We would have been a whole nother conversation now. But him as a player, him as a person, I was speaking about earlier, that's one of my brothers. I call him randomly, and he always has some dumb stuff to say. But I call him randomly. We just have great conversations. That's genuinely one of my brothers. When I saw him walk and everything like that, he FaceTimed me while first off, he shouldn't have been walking when he FaceTimed me. But he was walking, he's like, bro, like, yeah, like, I'm coming back. I'm like, bro, what's up with you, bro? But it just meant, like, it makes you smile, makes you, like, just genuinely happy to be alive. Like, you know, like, people can overcome these things, these type of situations. And you just look at it and you're like that's a strong guy right there. That's him right there. But he means a lot to me. My bad. I sidetracked you. What was the question again?
All right, we'll stay there for Corey.
You talked about you always wanted to be one of those guys that's an early round pick and a first round pick, and I'm sure you always dreamed about hugging the commissioner and getting a picture taken. But you were basically a 0-star recruit that went to Albany. What does your journey, like, why did you keep believing in yourself? Did you ever get close to not believing in yourself and not even playing football anymore? Like, can you talk us through that mindset you had when you were 18 or 19 years old?
Yeah, I mean, I've had this mindset for a long time. I always tell everybody, you know, going into high school, I say, yeah, I'm gonna go on the varsity team. I'm gonna play varsity football. They're like, no, you're not. Like, you're not even gonna make it to varsity. I said, all right, made it to varsity. I became a pretty good player. I told them I was gonna play D1 football. They're like, no, you're not. I made Division I. And I told everyone at Auburn, I said, I'm gonna make it to the NFL one day. And I won't be the best. Like, I want to be like the best ever. And they're like, no, you're not. Like, people doubt you every step of the way. So when you doubt yourself, that's just when you truly lost. People can doubt you. People are always gonna doubt you. There's people out there, I can go have a 100-sack game and they're still gonna be like, y'all saw that one he missed? And he's just gonna keep doubting you. I never got close to not believing in myself because of the people around me too. You know, my older brother, he'd always encourage me. My mom and my dad, they were always by my side. My little sisters, my older sister, my younger brother, they were always by my side. They never even got close to allowing me to be in that head position where I was like, I don't know if I can do this. They haven't played in my head to give me this confidence I have where no one can stop me and I'm going to be unbeatable. So I don't think anyone will ever be able to take away my confidence or anyone will ever be able to like kind of make me doubt myself just because I believe in myself so much. You know, this means like the world, like I said, he said hugging the commission, everything like that, you know, going to the draft, everything. That's been a dream of mine since I was a little kid, and every time I do a rep, I like one little picture that pops into my head. So I can't wait for that, but after that, you know, it's football.
We'll go back to Jordan, third row on your left.
Jared, I hate to bring up the past, but in Indy, you mentioned that you wish you had played in the Orange Bowl. Can you just talk about your decision to opt out and your feelings about it 3 months later?
Yeah, you know, my decision to opt out, I feel like we all had different decisions, so I won't speak for anybody else. You know, at the end of the day, you asked for my opinion. My reason for opting out was just, it didn't feel right, you know. The whole situation with, you know, us going undefeated and everything like that was one thing. But putting myself in a position where now I know a couple of my teammates, whether I stayed in or not, we're gonna opt out. And I'm putting myself in a little bit more danger. Like, you know, I'm playing something, maybe I'm playing a young tackle or something like that. He's trying to showcase something, kind of really go too crazy. Now I'm, you know, in a bad position. Now I'm hurt. Now I gotta recover. Now I gotta answer more injury questions to teams. It just felt like the smart idea to opt out. Do I wish I played in it? 100%. You know, I wish I was out there on the field with my team. It was kind of heartbreaking to be on the sideline. You know, watch I put some of those guys in that position, and wishing, you know, if I went out there, I could have cut that down by a little bit. I could have, you know, give the offense a couple more possessions. I could have shut down their offense a little bit more. But you know, at the end of the day, that's a decision I made. That's a decision I'm gonna have to stand by. I talked to you know, Jerry and Jones and, you know, Duda about it yesterday. But at the end of the day, that's a decision I have to stand by.
Go back to Ira on your right.
How's Pat looking with the extra weight, and what have you seen out of these new defensive ends that they brought in?
I was talking to Derek yesterday about it. Like, we don't rebuild at Florida State, we reload. They reloaded all right. Like, they brought in some dogs. Like, those guys, I'm watching them. Obviously, it's no pass. You're not gonna get the full feel of it, but I'm watching. I'm like, I ain't got no worry. Like, it's in good hands. Pat looks, I think he's just as fast, if not faster. He's definitely stronger with the extra weight. He's moving real fluid. Like, that's just, I'm not worried about them at all. Like, they look like they're built for this.
Corey.
When you produce like you have at the college level, and you know what kind of athlete you are, there's still so much put into that one day at a combine in Indianapolis. Were you nervous? Did you wake up nervous? Were you nervous throughout, or did you have 100% belief? Because it's such a big day, kind of, you know, a lot of it is riding on that one day, that 2-hour window.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's the same kind of mindset I go into with games. I don't get nervous before games. I don't get nervous before, you know, any big meetings or any big interviews or anything like that, because what's the point of getting nervous? Now you're just gonna psych yourself out. I just smile a little bit, I laugh. If you see it, you'll see a bunch of pictures of me at the combine, just smiling and laughing on the field with the guys. Like, there's no reason to get nervous. We worked our whole life for this. Past 2 months, we were specifically training for this one moment. So why would I get nervous? Like, I put so much preparation into it. When you put so much preparation into it, you can't get nervous. You just have belief in yourself.
Stay there for Aaron.
You said you weren't surprised by anything those guys did at the combine, but, Fisk is a guy that seems like a lot of people didn't really know about, as much as some of the other guys. Just how much pride did you take watching him do what he did at the Senior Bowl and then also at the combine?
I'm telling you, like, that's just who Fisk is. Like, if you watch, the stats don't show what he was capable of. Like, he had good stats, especially for a defensive tackle. If stats showed the whole playbook, then none of us would be kind of in the conversation with him. If you look at, like, the games he played, like, game 1 through 12, 13, he went insane. Like, it was hard for people to block him. People had trouble blocking him. So it was no shock to me at the Senior Bowl when these guys had trouble blocking him and could not do it. I'm just looking at him like, yeah, like, that's who he is. Like, I take great pride in it. Like, I'm happy because, like, me and him go head to head all the time. Like, we're racing. We're trying to see who can bench more. We're trying to see who can do this more. We're trying to, like, we're competing all the time. But, like, watching it, like, it did not surprise me at all. That's who Braden Fisk is. That he is an athlete. He is a dog. He is Braden Fisk.
We're gonna go back right to Aslan.
Should an NFL team draft Jordan Travis?
Most definitely. You know, he'll be healthy in a couple months. He's already walking, which is, for the injury he had, already incredible. His IQ is beyond anything I've ever seen. I don't think there's any doubt a team should take him. You know, how early you take him, how late you take him. If you get him late, then you got to steal. Like, that's insane if you get him late. I think he's probably healthy, one of the best quarterbacks in this draft. You know, I don't think anyone has any doubt in that. Once he's fully healthy again, I think whoever gets him is going to be one of the luckiest teams in the whole league.
Go back to Chris, front row on your left.
If I recall correctly, when you decided to come here, part of your process was finding a place where strength and conditioning fit you. After spending time here working with Josh Storms, his staff, just how impressive is that group and how much did they help you take this leap forward?
I mean, you just look at my before and after pictures. It's different, yeah. Like the strength and training program here it's insane. Like, they're gonna get you after it. I mean, there's a reason, you know, Jermaine comes back here every year to lift again. There's a reason I come back here. Like, I came back here, you know, early just to come back and get some more work in with, you know, Coach Storms and them. Like, they really get you after it. They're gonna make you stronger. They're gonna make you faster. They're gonna make you bigger. You just have to mentally be prepared for what it takes to, like, get to that level, because it's not for everyone.
Anything else for Jared? All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.
Well, y'all.